Hello you guys, namaste and welcome back to my channel. As you know from the title, today's video is about creating a glam makeup look only using drugstore products. So without wasting any time, let's get into it. So before I sat filming this video, I already finished my skincare routine. In case you guys want me to include my skincare steps in these makeup videos, let me know in the comments below. However, I feel if I skip those steps, these videos are a bit shorter. And before we start with the makeup, I want to clean my hands. I'm just going to use a wet wipe. These come in very handy. So I'm done cleaning my hands. The next thing I'm going to do is start with my primer. I'll be using here the NYX Cosmetics Poreless Primer. I'll just use one pump and apply it in the areas where I have enlarged pores. I'll also apply it in the areas where I want to do shine control. Texture-wise, this primer is very slippery but matte to touch. Yes, it is quite an interesting treat to touch and feel this primer. It also has a minty, balmy fragrance. Look at this primer. It has instantly made my face matte. But we are going to add some shine back onto the face after we are done with our base makeup. I have been using this primer for some time now and I feel it really gives you a nice, smooth base. Although it is not very sticky, but it does make your foundation look really good. The next step is doing my foundation, and I'll be mixing these two foundations to get the right match for my skin tone. I think I have taken a lot. Maybe I'll use whatever is remaining on my neck. I really wanted to like this Covergirl foundation. This one, Covergirl plus Olay Simply Ageless. But somehow it is not the right shade. So I have to mix it in another foundation, and I will start with my face. I still have a lot of it left on my hand. Maybe I'll use it for my neck. Let's see how it goes. And then with a clean and dampened beauty blender, I'm going to blend it, keeping it focused first at the center of the face, and then whatever is remaining, I'll take it to the outer periphery of the face. There's so many dogs outside barking. I think I'm going to use a little bit more under my eyes. With this technique, what I'm doing is adding a contour, making my face slimmer right at this stage, right at the beginning. I thought it was a lot of foundation, but everything is on my face right now. It may look like a lot of foundation now, but as we go through the entire process, it will be all fine. As they say, trust the process. After this, I'm going to use a Click Cover Conceal. This is from Absolute New York, and I'm using it as a corrector. So I'm going in with it very lightly, just where I feel I need some sort of coverage. For color correction, you can also use products that are specifically meant for color correcting. There are lots of drugstore options available as well. I have linked a few in the description box for you guys. I am using whatever products I have and making the best use out of them. I'm using here the Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush to blend and buff this corrector cum concealer. Now is the time to brighten my under eyes. I'm going ahead and using this Covergirl Clean Fresh Hydrating Concealer. As you can see, I'm only applying it in specific areas where I want to lighten the skin. And then using the same Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush, I'm going to blend it, keeping it focused. This brightening concealer, when applied in this shape and blended, it gives a lifting effect to the eye. And also for my deep set eyes, it is best that I put my concealer slightly up in the inner corner. Doing so, it will help minimize the darkness caused by shadows. Now to even out the application, I'm going ahead with the same beauty blender and blending it all, adding the same effect to the other half of the face. Now using the Essence Makeup Setting Spray, I'm going to set the base to keep it in place. Now using the same used beauty blender, I'm going to apply whatever is left onto the skin on my ear so it all looks like one. Now it's time to powder set my face. I'm using here this Covergirl Professional Loose Setting Powder. I'm going to set under my eyes, my forehead, like between the brows. Will also use it on my chin, on the bridge of my nose and the sides of my nose, and also over the eyelids. Next is contouring. I'm using here the NYX No Filter Finishing Powder. This is a setting powder, but it is in a wrong shade and it works perfect for my contouring. I'm not going to go heavy with the contouring today, just keeping it very light. Also adding it a little bit to the forehead, just around the hairline. And now placing it under the jawline to create a more chiseled look. Using the same Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush, I'm going to contour around my nose to make it appear longer and slimmer. As you can see, I'm going very light-handed here because I don't want to ruin my base. If I want, I can always go back and add in more color. So far, I feel this is the best way I can contour my round and bumpy nose. Let me know if you would like to see a detailed tutorial on this. Now using the same brightening concealer, I'm going to apply it like this to create some dimension. Now moving on to the eyes, I'm using a round fluffy eyeshadow brush and the same NYX finishing powder. I'm going to darken the crease of my eyes. Also, as I'm reaching the outer corner, I'm going to lift the eyeshadow. And using the same fluffy brush, I'm going to pinch it like this and add some dimension, some color just under the waterline. Then I'll take my NYX Cosmetics eyeshadow palette and choose this deep brown shade and add some more depth to the outer corner, especially under the crease. And again, as I reach the outermost corner, I will create this lifting effect. Now for the inner corner of the eye, I'm using here Maybelline Burgundy Bar Palette and choosing this applicator because I want to place the product very precisely. I'm creating here a cut crease which will make my eyes appear bigger. As you can see, I'm not swiping my applicator, I'm just tapping and placing the product. Now to blend both the light and the dark color and to remove any harsh lines, I'm going in with the same fluffy round eyeshadow brush. Now choosing another beige shimmery shade, I'm going to fill in on top of the light base that I just created. I'm using a Q-tip here to remove any fallouts from the shimmer shade. Next, I'm going to do my brows. I'm using here the Essence Brow Powder in the shade Deep and Dark. I'll start at the center of the brow, touch the outer corner, and with whatever is left on the brush, I'll touch the inner corner. Like this, I'll get the most natural looking brows. Next, I'm going to mix the same foundations just tiny bit to create the lifting effect on the eyes and also to do any cleanup around the brows. To line my eyes, I'm using here the Essence Eyeliner pen. I'll first stencil the wing on both sides to make sure they are aligned. Then starting at the center of the eye and moving the pen outwards to join the wing. I'll extend a tiny bit in the inner corner as well. To add some extra drama, I'm going here with the falsies. I'm using here Ardell Demi Wispies lashes. I'll just use the outer part of the lash and not the full. Apply the glue, leave it on for a few seconds to partially dry. Once ready, I will stick them onto my eyes, just on the outer corners. For blush, I'm using my NYX Cosmetics blush palette here. I usually also add it to my nose, a little bit on the chin and on the forehead as well. Adding on some highlighter here, I'm using the one from Essence. And using a foundation brush, I'm going to be very lightly, very carefully applying it on my brow bone, cheekbones, a little bit onto my nose, the bridge of the nose, the tip of the nose, a little bit on the forehead and the chin as well. To add more dimension to the lashes, I'm using here the Double Trouble Essence Volume Mascara and apply it on both top and bottom lashes. To line my lips, I'm using here the Maybelline Superstay Liquid Matte Ink. I'm going to slightly overline my lips just to make them appear slightly bigger. And then using the NYX Lip Matte Cream, I'm going to fill all over. Adding some final touches of foundation to my neck so that my skin looks even on my face and neck and nape area. And finally some jewelry to add on to the look. And that's how I created this glam look. Let me know what you think about it. I'll see you all in my next video. Until then, stay tuned, stay beautiful.